Hey, random self-sustaining plant, are you as tired of bad PC ports as I am and games coming out rushed? You are. Okay. You know what's cool about you is I never need to feed you, you feed yourself. I have no idea why I have this on my desk, but I do. Anyway, let's talk about bad PC ports. Skip it up and that up! Jedi Survivor is a game. It's a game that just released on April 28th. I don't know why I'm describing it like that. However, horrible segue, on May 1st, we're going to be celebrating on my secondary channel, RTU Streams, Philip Brunel's 7th anniversary when he accidentally left the camera on when he was helping himself out. So on RTU Streams, 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time or Daylight Time, Jay and I are going to be streaming for 12 hours straight. We're going to be watching Phil. We're going to be eating pulsating chicken sandwiches. There may be some shrimp involved. And we're insane. We're celebrating the day another man had an accident live on stream. But that's okay. That's what we're here for. I'm Review Tech USA. I don't really review tech. I review Phil. Link below in the description to my secondary channel, RTU Streams. Shameless plug is now done. So another game release, another terrible PC port, even though I've been hearing Star Wars Jedi Survivor is not great on the consoles either. And would you look at that? Another apology from a company. It sounds familiar. It kind of sounds like The Last of Us Part 1. Remember that one? Yeah, remember there was an apology for that, and that game was released unplayable as well. There's a lot of others too. But anyway, this is what Electronic Arts and Respawn put out regarding Star Wars Jedi Survivor running horribly, well, pretty much on all platforms, but especially on PC. We are aware that Star Wars Jedi Survivor isn't performing to our standards for a percentage of our PC players. That a percentage is an understatement. I have not known a soul who bought the game for PC and said that it runs well. Anyway, continuing on, in particular those with high-end machines or certain specific configurations, which is amazing because if you have like a high-end machine like a 4090 and a 12900K or whatever high-end processor from AMD, usually you could brute force your way through a bad port. I've done it. I saw Mudahar's video where he has a 4090 as well. It's actually his video he put up on Twitter that made me decide not to get it, where he has a 4090. And he can't get the game to hit 60 FPS no matter what. That is a bad port when you have the highest end hardware out there and you could still not maintain a steady frame rate. Let's continue on with their apology. Because obviously that Respawn and EA didn't know the game was like this before they released it, right? Of course they did. They just knew you were going to buy it anyway. For example, players using cutting-edge, multi-threaded chipsets designed for Windows 11 were encountering problems on Windows 10, or high-end GPUs coupled with lower-performing CPUs also saw unexpected frame loss. Rest assured, we are working to address these cases quickly. While there is no single comprehensive solution for PC performance, the team has been working on fixes we believe will improve performance across a spectrum of configurations. We are committed to fixing these issues as soon as possible, but each patch requires significant testing to ensure we don't introduce new problems. Thanks for understanding, and apologies to any of our players experiencing these issues. We will continue to monitor performance across all platforms and share update timing as soon as it is available. The Star Wars Jedi team. It's not rocket science, but I understand that the publishers are like, we have to meet these quarters. Shareholders want us to meet these quarters. They want us to get XYZ profit for said quarter or income. It's absolutely insane. And they know that people keep buying these games. I actually was like, you know what? Nah, I'm good with this one. Even The Last of Us Part 1, I waited until it was fixed. And it was fixed. The only issue I'm having with it now, and I'm running it on integrated graphics as well, is the textures. Unless you have it on high textures, even medium, it looks like an N64 game. But you put it up to high, it fixes it. And the integrated graphics I'm using handles it just fine. But that was another game that was ported by Iron Galaxy, The Last of Us Part 1 to PC, that knowingly was launched like crap, just like Jedi Survivor. Like, you can't tell me that Respawn and EA didn't know the shape that game was in and how poorly it was optimized. That was another game that was released in crap shape And then Naughty Dog came out with an apology after the game was released and they got your money. The Last of Us Part 1 PC players. We know some of you have not experienced the Naughty Dog quality you expected. Yeah, well, that's why you should have delayed the game and gave them the quality they expected. Our team is working hard to resolve issues currently preventing some of you from experiencing the game to ensure it reaches the quality level you expect and deserve. This is back in March 31st, a hot fix addressing jittering on mouse-controlled camera movement, some crashes, and more for The Last of Us Part 1 on PC is slated for Tuesday. A larger patch with additional fixes will be deployed later in the week. We also encourage players to ensure you are using the latest NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel graphics drivers. Our team and our dedicated partners at Iron Galaxy will continue to investigate and address known issues to deliver the great Last of Us Part 1 experience you expect. Why didn't you just wait until they got that experience? Why did you release a broken game, which was broken, and say, hey, this game you bought sucks. You know, it sucks. It's not running right. It's running absolutely horrible. We'll fix it later, but we got your money already. So this game you wanted to play that's pretty much unplayable, yeah, you're going to have to wait a little bit. Thanks for the money, though. That's exactly what they're doing. Let's sell. We know they will continue to buy an unfinished product. We know they will. So we'll put it out. Then we'll put out an apology. It'll be good PR. Then we'll fix the game. I'm so tired of this, man. Digital Foundry talked about the same thing. Mutahar talked about the same thing. It's Review Some Ordinary Gamers USA today, because we have the same takes on this. But it's not even just those two games. I have a list here of other games that were bad recent ports that came out for PC. And the list goes on and on and on. You have Forspoken, which is a horrible game that we were supposed to review, but Horizon Zero Dawn launched with issues. We have the Ninja Gaiden collection for PC that launched and ran like crap. Gotham Knights, remember that banger? The Callisto Protocol, I know firsthand, was unplayable. The amount of stuttering in that game, I was like, I didn't even really like the game to begin with, but then the stuttering, it was just, yeah, this is pushing me over the edge. They fixed it, but the game was unplayable in the beginning on PC, in my opinion. Gotham Knights was a piss-poor PC port and looked worse than Gotham Arkham Knight 7 years earlier, which amazes me. And the Dead Space remake, when it first launched, even on dedicated graphics, it had some kind of streaming issues. And I was running it from a fast NVMe SSD. I wasn't running it from a mechanical drive. I did try it from a mechanical drive, which they warned you against. And oh my God, mechanical drives in gaming don't mix anymore. Like, you can't. But even on a PCIe 4.0 drive, it was having stuttering issues and fuzzy textures, Dead Space in the beginning. The bottom line is, and the biggest problem is, or part of it anyway, is us. A big part of it. I'm including me in that too, so this isn't me standing on a soapbox. We buy these games, we pre-order these games, and we know they're broken, but developers and publishers especially, are like, whatever, they're going to buy it, we profit, so sell them something broken and we'll patch it later. Why should they change their practices and miss their quarters and what the goals they're trying to reach and the revenue they're trying to bring in for each quarter when they know they could just sell us crap and we'll buy it? But I think people at this point are getting fed up, man, especially when it comes to PC ports. I know people that I've seen Digital Foundry, Some Ordinary Gamers, me, and many other people, Joker Productions, that it's just like enough is enough, man. And you can't say PC gaming is irrelevant and that's the reason for it, because PC gaming, especially with like the Steam Deck and all these other crazy portable Switch-like consoles coming out, arguably is more popular than ever. So I don't know if it's something with Unreal Engine. I don't know if it's something because the consoles have one bank of memory for both the CPU and GPU, whereas PCs have two different sets of memory. You have the system RAM and you have the video RAM on the graphics card. Maybe that has something to do with it. I'm not a software engineer. I don't know. But they are software engineers, they are game developers, and they are game publishers, and they need to figure it out. Any other industry, if a product continually released like this, that company would go out of business. But for some reason, it's common practice in the gaming industry, and it needs to stop. It is not fair to the consumer. This is Rich at Review Tech USA signing out. Have a good one. May 1st, 2023. Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time it starts. We celebrate DSP Gaming, aka Philip Burnell's May 1st burst on RTU streams. Jay will be there, I'll be there, and I'll see you there. Have a good one.
You blew it.